Today, we're exploring the astonishing rise of Unitree Robotics humanoid robots, how a handful of graduate students in China ignited a revolution that's putting affordable, high-performance humanoids within reach of researchers, hobbyists, and small businesses around the globe. It all began in early 2024 when Unitree unveiled its first full-sized humanoid, the H1. Imagine a robot standing just under 6 feet tall, weighing 47 kilograms, each of its major joints powered by custom high-torque electric actuators, and each actuator housing built-in sensors that provide split-second feedback. When H1 stepped onto the stage, it wasn't just moving. It was dancing, turning, recovering, and balancing in ways that previously only the most elite robotics labs could achieve. Behind H1's fluid motion lies a motion control stack developed entirely in-house. Rather than relying on generic, off-the-shelf controllers, Unitree engineers designed their own motor drivers, reducers, and real-time control software. Every joint reports its position, torque, and temperature hundreds of times per second. That data feeds into a central processor that calculates adjustments on the fly, so that when H1 is nudged or encounters uneven ground, it corrects mid-stride and stays upright. This tight integration is what sets Unitree apart. By owning the entire design from motor to software, they achieve performance that rivals much pricier systems. In March of 2024, Unitree pushed H1 to the limit and shattered a Guinness World Record for the fastest full-sized humanoid robot, clocking in at an astonishing 7.38 miles per hour. To put that in context, Boston Dynamics Atlas, long hailed as the gold standard of humanoid performance, topped out around 5.59 miles per hour. H1 didn't just edge past it, it rewrote the record book. And it did so with technology developed and produced at a fraction of the cost of competing systems. But record-breaking speed was only the beginning. Later in 2024, Unitree introduced the G1 Humanoid, a more compact 1.3-meter-tall machine designed from the outset for accessibility and versatility. Priced at around $16,000 versus six-figure price tags for most comparable robots, G1 opened the door for university labs, small companies, and dedicated enthusiasts to own a true humanoid research platform. G1's 23 degrees of freedom mirror the major joints of the human body: shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles. Its three-fingered hands combine strength and delicacy, capable of flipping switches, assembling small components, or lifting a coffee cup without crushing it. A 9,000 milliamp-hour battery packs enough energy for roughly 2 hours of continuous operation, and onboard sensors. A panorama camera, LiDAR, and an array of microphones give G1 360-degree awareness of its surroundings. Through voice commands or remote control, you can have G1 navigate, pick objects, or even follow you around like a faithful robotic companion. One of the most exciting aspects of the G1 launch was Unitree's decision to release an open-source motion dataset called LAFAN1. This archive contains hundreds of hours of human motion capture data, everything from walking and running to dance routines and Tai Chi sequences. With that resource, researchers and tinkerers can train G1 to imitate real human movements with astonishing realism. Within weeks of the release, university projects were demonstrating G1 performing synchronized martial arts patterns, while independent creators uploaded videos of G1 dancing to pop music with near-perfect timing. Perhaps the most unforgettable moment for the G1 arrived in early 2025, when Unitree transported a dozen of these humanoids to the Austin City Limits Festival in Texas. There, G1 units dressed in cowboy hats and bandanas meandered through crowds, waved at attendees, and even posed for selfies. Videos of Jake the Rizbot, one particularly charismatic G1 dressed in full Texan style, went viral, racking up millions of views and capturing the public's imagination. People marveled that a robot priced under $20,000 could not only move like a human, but also engage socially in a fun, approachable way. Behind every headline, though, is a story of relentless engineering and smart business strategy. Unitree's founders recognized early on that to democratize humanoid robotics, they needed to control costs without sacrificing performance. That meant designing motors and gearboxes in-house, developing custom electronics and firmware, and investing heavily in software optimization. By avoiding expensive third-party components, Unitree can undercut competitors on price while still delivering top-tier capabilities. Unitree's vertical integration extends to their supply chain too. They source raw materials and manufacture key parts in China, which keeps lead times short and costs down. Meanwhile, their global distribution network, partnering with regional resellers in North America, Europe, and Asia, ensures that G1 units and future models can reach customers anywhere in the world within weeks, not months or years. The impact of this approach has been profound. Within a year of G1's release, over 100 units have been sold to universities for research in human-robot interaction, biomechanics, and AI. Small robotics startups use G1 as a testbed for surgical robotics, warehouse automation, and even telepresence applications. At makerspaces, hobbyists collaborate on custom add-ons, like grippers, sensor modules, or expressive LED faces, turning G1 into an open-source platform for creativity. Looking ahead, Unitree is already teasing its next-generation humanoid. In a May 2025 press briefing, they hinted at a model featuring embodied AI capabilities, an onboard neural network trained to understand and predict human gestures, navigate dynamic environments, and even engage in natural conversation. Perhaps most strikingly, the price target for this new model is under $10,000. If Unitree delivers, we'll be on the cusp of a world where true humanoid robots are as common as high-end laptops. Imagine a near future where schools use humanoids to teach coding and robotics hands-on. Hospitals employ them as patient companions. Retailers deploy them for inventory management. And homeowners keep one as a personal assistant. Affordable humanoids could alleviate labor shortages, offer companionship to the elderly, and open doors to entirely new industries. Just as personal computers and smartphones transformed our lives decades ago. Of course, lowering costs and expanding availability also raises important questions. How do we ensure these robots operate safely around people? What ethical frameworks govern their behavior? How do we prevent misuse in surveillance or military applications? Unitree and the wider robotics community will need to collaborate with policymakers, ethicists, and end users to develop standards that maximize benefits while minimizing risks. But for now, the story of Unitree's humanoid evolution remains one of technological triumph and daring entrepreneurship. From the world record sprint of H1 to the delightful public debut of G1, Unitree has shown that high-performance humanoids don't have to be prohibitively expensive. They've proven that innovation, when combined with smart design and integration, can upend an entire industry. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into Unitree's humanoid revolution. If you enjoyed learning about how student projects blossomed into Guinness World Records and viral dancing robots, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts or questions. And don't forget to share with friends who love robotics as much as we do. Until next time, stay curious and stay robotic.